Hi everyone, my name is Sanjay and today we'll finally be playing part 1 of Mary Had a Little Lamb. And today we're going to be focusing just on the theory side. And at the end of today's class, I'll be playing the whole song for you. So let's get into it. Okay, so as you saw on the computer, we're going to be going over the theory side of Mary Had a Little Lamb. And after this, we're going to go to the practical and playing piano side of this song. Okay, so first, let's always go and count our measures. So for the first line, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 measures. The second line, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 measures. So 4 measures on each line. 2 lines, 4 measures on each line. So that means we have 8 measures in total here. So now let's go over the clefs. So now we have left hand or bass clef resting here. As you can see, all quarter rests throughout the bass clef. And then we see treble clef here, or the right hand is playing the whole song, the whole time, as we can see. Now let's look at the time signature. It's always at the start of the piece. So we have 4/4. Most common time signature, 4/4. So that means we have 4 beats per measure because the top number is 4. And the bottom number indicates the quarter note gets the beat, as we've gone over this before. The quarter note gets the beat, the half note gets 2 beats, and the whole note gets 4 beats. Okay, so now we're going to go into identifying the notes. Okay, so let's see, first measure here. Right hand's going to be playing, left hand's always going to be resting. That's going to be how it is. So we have our first note here is a E. And we can see that this is an E by counting. So let's see, E, G, B, D, F. This first line is a E, and the note falls on that line. So this is an E. Next note, we have a D, and this is a ledger line note. So let's count from E. Let's go down. What's below E is D. So this is a D. And next, we have a ledger line note that goes even farther down. So let's count from that E, E, D, C. So this is going to be our middle C. Next note, we have a D. We see here that this is a D, and we can also see here that this is the same note because it's on the same line, D. This is going to be a ledger line note. This is D. So for our second measure here, we just have 3 of the same notes, E, E, E. Now we can see that these are E's because this is E, G, B, D, F. The first line is E, and these 3 notes fall on the first line. So we can say that this is E. The next measure, or the third measure, it's going to be same thing, 3 notes. There's 3 of the same notes, D. Okay, so there's going to be D, D, D. We can say that this is D because this will count from E, E, D, 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 D. These are in fact D's. And then for our fourth measure, we're going to have 3 of the same notes. Like the second measure, it's all E's. So we can count E, E, E. Now, let's go to the fifth measure. It's like the first measure. It's the exact same thing. This is an E. This is a D, because we can count from E, E, D. This is a middle C. Let's count from E, E, D, C. And this is a D, E, D. So this is the exact same thing as the first measure. Now this is where it changes up the piece. So we have 3 E's here, because this is the E line, E, E, E. Then we have a middle C here. So we can count from E, E, D, C. This is our middle C. Then the next measure, we go from that C to 2 D's. So let's count from E, E, D, E, D. So these are 2 D's. Then it goes up to the E line, and the note is on the E line, so which means this is the E. And it goes to another D. So we can count E, D. And for the last measure, it's just the middle C. So we can count from E, D, and C. Okay, now that we've identified our notes, we can look at the note beats, how many beats they are going for. So, for the first measure, we have all quarter notes, all 4 quarter notes. 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat. All of them adds up to 4 beats. That satisfies our time signature because there's 4 beats in one measure, and this consists of 4 beats, this measure. Same thing here. We have 3 notes, but 2 notes are quarter notes, and 1 note is a half note. So 1 beat, 1 beat, 2 beats. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4. 4 beats in total, this whole measure, and that satisfies our time signature. It's the same thing here. 2 quarter notes, 1 half note. 2 plus 2 is 4, so this satisfies our time signature. 1 beat, 2 beats. And then it's exactly the same as the second measure. 1 quarter note, and 1 half note. 1 beat, and 2 beats. 4 beats in total. Now this is the exact same thing as the first measure. 4 quarter notes, which means 4 beats. 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat. Just 4 beats in total, and it satisfies our time signature. And then for this, also the same thing, 4 quarter notes. 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat. 4 beats in total, and it satisfies our time signature. Same thing with this measure, 4 quarter notes, 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. Satisfies our time signature. And here, we only have 1 note, and because we only have 1 note because that this is a whole note, and whole note, as we know, we've learned in classes before that this goes for 4 beats. So this middle C is going for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4 beats, and that also satisfies our time signature. So that is the whole theory side of Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now we'll get into the practical side. Okay, so now I'm just going to be playing for the last part, the whole entire Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay, so... Okay, so that is going to be the class for today. So today was part 1 of Mary Had a Little Lamb, which was the theory side. Next week, which is going to be part 2, we're going to be learning the actual song and how to play it like how I just did. So until next week, bye.